Bishop Stang gets to take a boat ride this week.
Yeah, it's exciting.
For a 6 o'clock game Friday night on Martha's Vineyard. And it's going to be a long trip for a game against the 0-3 Vineyarders, which is not usually the case with them.
Yeah, usually when a team goes to Martha's Vineyard, we always say, you got the boat ride, so that's a challenge in itself. And usually Martha's Vineyard is one of the top teams, for football, basketball, a lot of the different sports. So a lot of times when we get calls in, from coaches that, where their teams have been to the Vineyard, it's usually not good news. But it looks like Spartan Village will have, the upper hand this week going against the 0-3 Vineyarders, that they've lost all 3 of their games this year by a combined score of 71-33.
Wow.
So they haven't given up a ton of points, but then they still haven't scored a lot of points either. Yeah, and last week they actually played Bishop Fian, which both teams went into that game winless. So Bishop Fian got their first win against the Vineyarders, and it sounded like it was pretty lopsided in that game.
Bishop Fian win. This is a weird year.
Yeah, it's kind of strange. I think the Eastern Athletic Conference is, I think, Somerset Berkeley is kind of at the top, and then, we'll see how the other teams fall in that conference. But it would be huge for Bishop Stang to get the win this week against the Vineyarders. Last week against Bishop Fian, they only got past their own 46-yard line twice in the game. So this is a Vineyard team that has struggled to move the ball, and anyone that went to the game last week for Bishop Stang at Durfee, Durfee was undefeated. They saw a very good Bishop Stang team that had 2 weeks to prepare for that. They had the bye, and Matt Golden got his first start at quarterback for the season. He'd been battling rib injury, and he had over 100 rushing yards, and he had 3 touchdowns, and he was really the key in that game to victory. And I know there was a lot of excitement, having Matt return, because that was able to move Mike Mello, I think, out to like a wide receiver spot. So it kind of opened things up and gave them another option. And it really, this is Bishop Stang's game to win or lose, in my opinion, just because the way the Vineyards have played so far this year. So, and it's the EAC opener for Bishop Stang. So
it'll be Friday at 6 p.m. on the island if you want to take a boat ride and check it out. We have the fast ferry right out of New Bedford. Won't take you long. And if you can't make it out there, you can follow along with all the scoring updates on Twitter at @SC_varsity.